Let's move on to Player Puzzle.
Player Puzzle.
One of my favorite segments on the podcast.
Yeah, man.
I love doing this one. If you're not familiar with Player Puzzle, with so many drummers out there, it's really hard to tell the difference between all of them. But some of them stand out so well that they're very recognizable. And Player Puzzle will provide 3 hints to see if Adam can guess who's playing. And we'll see if we can stump him. Last week, I know I stumped you with Eloy Casagrande.
Eloy Casagrande. That was a good one.
Gotcha there. You
Good
said
one.
Joey Jordison.
Joey
And I was
Jordison. Hey, the S on the sticks, man. That's
so relieved that you got that wrong. But maybe today
Bad
I'll
guess.
lose, or maybe today I'll win
All right.
everything.
Well, let's find out.
So, the first hint here today, when I pull it up in my notes, I'm going to listen to Sparkles.
Sparkles. All right. Player Puzzle 1. Here we go. Weird. That was so weird. I felt like he did this little trick, or she, I don't know, did this little trick with playing like overly simplified single strokes that sound like not that good of a drummer would play, and then began to like up the subdivision and the speed, and then added some like hi-hat barks and pulses where it's like, oh, wait a minute, you're actually good. You're just playing games out here. That was very tricky. Very vintage sounding kit. Right, very like thuddy and like intentionally dead kind of thing. And it sounded live. Some chatter in the background. A little bit of chatter.
A little bit.
All right. Don't know off of that one. That was a really interesting clip, though. I don't know who would do that. Okay, what's our next hint for Sparkles here?
Little hint is that they're currently in a band with, I'm going to say his own wife, because saying their own wife is just weird.
Okay.
Stacy. They've collaborated with Kanye West, Say Anything, and is famous for copying another famous drummer, Keith Moon of The Who.
Huh, so this guy is in a band with his own wife.
Now. Is in a band with his own wife now.
So I'm trying to think of drummers with musician wives. And the only one that comes to mind is Mark Juliana, because his wife is a singer. But her name is not Stacy. That's not her name. I know that. Okay, so he's out. So, like musician couples. That's really tough. I don't know. Let's go with the kit photo here.
All right, so click on Sparkles.
Sparkles. Ooh, what a vibe on this gentleman. Got the sequin suit, a sequin helmet. Man.
I think that's a disco ball.
Okay, like a disco ball cut in half, put on his head kind of thing?
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, man. That's so tough. Okay, so we got like Rototoms up top. I can't quite get a brand off of the kit. Man. Dude, I think I'm pretty well stumped on this one. I don't know.
Oh, man.
I feel like I should know the wife one, but I really don't.
Also, with the photo, you see I marked over
Blacked
his face.
out his face, yeah.
But then I don't know what I was doing. I just messed up, and there's this little thing that says text right in the center of his chest.
I figured it was just in the photo that you grabbed.
I had to look at it for a second. I went, oh, whoops, I did that.
That's hilarious.
All right, well, what kind of guess do you think you have here?
Man, so I wanted to say, like, I mean, the look of it reminds me of Joost Nickel because he played with Jan in the Disco, Jan in the Disco, whatever that was. Like a big disco act. That's what the aesthetic reminds me of. The wife hint leads me down like a Mark Juliana type thing, but I know that's not his wife's name. And the playing is like super confusing. Super confusing. I don't know who would play that. I didn't get like a style off of that particular clip. So I don't know who plays a dead kit too. I don't know. I
You
don't
gotta
have a
guess.
guess.
You have to guess. You have to at least guess.
Yeah, I see. The problem with just like guessing is I know I'm wrong. Like whatever
Well,
drummer I pull up
yeah.
is definitely wrong.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can just take the L. You don't
I think
have
I
to
have
guess.
to. I think I have to. Yeah,
So you're taking the L.
I'm taking the L.
All right. So the drummer in question is currently in a band with his own wife, Stacey King.
Okay.
Is famous for copying another famous drummer, Keith Moon of The Who,
Okay.
who wrapped duct tape around their head to secure their headphones.
Oh.
It is Darren King.
Darren King.
Yes.
Gotcha. He's interesting. So the clothing I wouldn't have known, the wife I wouldn't have known with him. We talked about him a couple episodes ago,
Yeah,
but not
yeah.
in Player Puzzle. Wasn't in that
No.
context. Yeah, that's a good one, man. It's the dead kit was probably one of the biggest hints that I missed for that one because his kit is like no bottom heads, duct taped across, like so intentionally like cardboarded out. Interesting. That was a really good one for sure. It's also I'm so used to hearing him in the context of Mute Math, right? That like removing him from that is sort of you just get like this dead kit funk sound that I didn't quite tie into him. That's a good one though.
Yeah. He's not brand loyal to any sort of drum manufacturer. He is cymbal loyal
Interesting.
though. He plays Istanbul cymbals.
Istanbul. Okay.
And then he's done so many projects that listening to his drumming, it's so distinguishable from so many other drummers.
Do you
He's
know
awesome.
anything about the project with him and his wife? That's always interesting.
It's
when
called
couples...
Sucre. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Okay.
Sucre with a thing over the E.
Interesting.
His own wife is also she's a singer-songwriter.
Okay.
So when they got married and he left Mute Math in 2017, he started the band with his wife.
Interesting. Yeah, the musician couples are always interesting to me. I don't know about you guys. I never dated a musician. Certainly never a full-time one at all. I've always wondered what that dynamic is like to do the same job as the person that you're with. That alone is very interesting.
Yeah, and seeing as how most drummers I feel like are competitive, you'd kind of clash.
Maybe. I mean, ideally you wouldn't.
Right.
But-
If you were gonna form a band, there's no reason to be competitive.
Sure. Even just the idea of like doing the same thing as your partner, even if you were like both electricians or something, like it's very interesting to have that much in common. I feel like most people, there's more of a contrast than like the matchy kind of thing. I'm always interested in that. I'm sure there's really cool like benefits to doing that for sure.
Yeah, having the same profession as your partner.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
All right, cool.
Well, got me on Darren King, man.
Yeah,
That was a good one. That was a good one.
right. So next up, I couldn't even think of a name for this.
So I don't know is the title.
IDK. I don't know.
All
man.
right.
All right, let's check it out.
Player Puzzle 2. Ooh. Very tricky. I think I know this one. Okay, I think I know this one just from the playing. Couple of little mannerisms in there that only this guy would do.
Do you want to give a guess now and just see?
Well, I don't want to ruin it. I'll do initials because I don't want to ruin it for anybody playing at home necessarily in case they're on the fence. My guess is MG. That's my guess. And this guy is a very high-level jazz, but it's also tied in with like kind of maybe like funk hip-hop somewhere in there. There's like an influence of that. But the way he implements it into like this jazz substrate is very specific. And there were a couple of little mannerisms in there that like, that sounds exactly like something that this guy would do. So MG, those are the initials of the drummer. That's my guess as of now. But okay, let's keep running through the hints and see if we can't narrow this down.
Yeah, second hint. This drummer was born in New Jersey, lives in New Jersey, was trained to play classical jazz, but plays electronic-centered music.
Ooh, see, two things. I'm not sure where this drummer lives. And electronic music I wouldn't put as like a home base for him. Can kind of play everything, this particular drummer. So maybe I'm going down the wrong road there.
Maybe.
I'm not
Could
sure. Well, okay, our kit photo will help because we can get some brands going. I at least know what this guy plays, I think.
All right. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, Gretsch. That's in line with what I'm thinking, for sure. The very simple setup, for sure. Ooh, DW hardware is throwing me off.
Is it DW? Oh, yeah. Look at that.
It could be bar. It looks like it's at a gig. The sticks are Vic Firth, but black. What is the black Vic Firth model? Huh. And then, yeah, with the cymbal setup in the Gretsch, I think my guess is about as close as I'm going to get with the plan. I'd be real surprised if it's not who I'm thinking of. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to go with brother Mark Juliana.
It is.
Yeah.
It is Mark Juliana.
Mark Juliana, man. There are a couple things in that audio clip that were just like, oh, that's only him. Something where, okay, he does these, like, for lack of better words, rolls down the toms, but he ends on the floor tom, and he has these little stutters of a left hand on the floor tom with the right crash, like a very particular mannerism of how he ends some of these things. And, you know, when he did, what was it, VF Live? I don't know what exactly.
Yeah,
what
the first performance.
Yeah, those performances. So they filmed those the week before NAMM, and 2 years ago I was there. And right from side stage, got to watch him do that. And it's a very, very particular little mannerism. And then, yeah, I don't know, like I was saying, like something about like this funk hip-hop blend that he's able to sneak into jazz playing is really, really easy to recognize. So yeah, that was a good man. It's one of those people, if you're at all familiar with his playing, it's kind of hard to hear him and think it's anybody else. It's so specific, but that was a really, really good one. And funny that we mentioned him with the wife musician in the earlier one, right?
Yeah, that was like oh no, he's on the right track.
Funny. Yeah, really, really funny. Yeah, his wife's an amazing singer, but cool. 2 good player puzzles, and you're one of 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, oh man. So
yeah, we're
I got
50-50.
4 points now, I think, of stumping.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Orlando Drummer Podcast. If you're looking for more content like this, whether it be in-depth masterclasses, interviews with pro drummers, extensive lesson packs, and other courses, you can find all of that at the link in the description. Just click on orlandodrummer.com and start a free 7-day trial to my online drum school. I promise you will find something you like. And if you don't want to stick around, no harm done. Check it out. Link in description.